What's up? Not a car guy here, and today I wanted to show you my new wheels. Not a car guy, but I will be, yeah. Oh. These are 17-inch 2003 Cobra wheels fitted with Nitto NT555 G2 tires. The rims are 9 inches wide on the front, 10.5 inches wide in the back. You got 275 tires on the front, 315 tires on the back. Nice big fat boys. I wanted to address the concerns about quad shocks, exhaust clearance, and whether or not you got to roll the rear fenders. Now, I took measurements on the quad shocks, and I had over an inch of clearance with the new wheels on, and that was more than enough for my comfort. And I put them on the ground and they've been fine. I've been driving around for about a week. I also put the old wheel on to see if there was a change in the clearance, and there was about an 1.5 inch difference, which is what you would expect going from a 9-inch wide wheel to a 10.5 inch wide wheel. But even with the 10.5 inch wheel, there's still enough clearance to safely drive without any modification. As far as the exhaust clearance goes, I measured a 1.5 inch gap between the tailpipe and the tire with the 315s on the back, and a 2-inch gap with the stock wheel. Keep in mind that I have a stock exhaust, but I don't think there would be much difference with an aftermarket exhaust unless you had excessively wide tips. And even then, I don't think it would interfere with the tire. Now, one of the biggest concerns about the fenders is that there's like this L-shaped pinch weld on there, and if your car is lowered too much, that pinch weld will rub against and potentially cut into your tires. Now, as far as the rolling the fenders, the only time I think you're gonna have to worry about that is, one, if you've got a significant drop in your lowering springs. But if you've got just a 1.5 inch drop, I don't think you're gonna have any problems. The other possibility is if you've got 18-inch rims, then there might be a greater potential of you rubbing on the wheel well. My advice is to just get the wheels, put the rear in the air, and put the wheels on and see if there's any clearance issues. From there, you can just troubleshoot, and if you've got problems, there are solutions. But more than likely, you won't have to do anything at all. If you do end up having concerns about the quad shocks, there's a couple different fixes that you can do. You can reverse them so that the skinny part is the part that's closest to the wheel. The second thing you can do is remove them entirely, but if you do that, you definitely want to upgrade your rear lower control arms. If you do upgrade your control arms, it should minimize the deflection enough to where you don't really need the quad shocks, and you don't have to worry about wheel hop or axle windup or anything like that. The other thing that you might want to consider is that with a wider tire means you're increasing the amount of traction, which increases the force pushing against your axle in the forward horizontal direction. And with that, with your old stock bushings, if you have like a hard launch and you're hammering on the gas pedal, then it can wear out your bushings on your stock control arms a lot faster than it would normally. However, I mean, after upgrading my rear control arms, I just recommend you look into that anyways, because it's awesome. But it's gonna definitely take care of any of your issues that you might worry about with having 315s on the back. If you want to roll your fenders, I've seen that there are fender rollers, and I've even seen it done with a baseball bat. If you want to go that route, try to save some money, I do not recommend that method. If you do, use a heat gun so you don't crack the paint. Also, if you happen to notice that I'm just sweating buckets, it's because it's like 102 degrees, because it's always 102 degrees. It's Texas, and they put a state about 10 miles away from the sun. So that's just kind of what we're stuck with here. All right, once again, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm not a car guy, but I will be. Giddy up.